the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Abusua, I'm Chow, I'm a Kwababi from America Saponisu, and Nsem-Pii TV, be the first to know. Abusua for Kwame Bafo Abronye and Nsem-Pii, looking at how our judges know, see the ruling by and no, I can't be a man, NDC for Abronye, so at the Judicial, call at the Kwame Bafo Abronye, Nina Nsem, Wonder Madilo. Communication team member nene anapanu kupim city breakfast news so no the two say looking at judge in the dimina necessary see a ruling now we ye be the tia NDC for so and we ye the tia won't me boy achenkwana na ebium so so and we ye tia Kwame Bafo Abronye na ochimu say as a judge no or person say to me and answer or power beer obi a intimi entampowered it and not an ochimu say Debbie omu NDC for no omu eni nje de ekoso enintini sanintino ye the Attorney General of Ghana ne de obekwa kopiem court na wa quash decision of the circuit court judge no eno na esi de make trends my Ghana had ningina ne say Kwame Bafo Abronye ekudi senseme ene na wotwe pepe na onwa de no call after say police for the invite amano okoye ene chi no de ni tum de ne kopiem court on the Friday na court no esa remind no say onko shim for 1 week na sansem we beto dwane nipa bibiri na akasa de etia say ade a ekoso enye ade a eye kama kura fi se de yewo de yobi na so ankasa ho a chena bi no ebe yewo na nam so ama NDC for so etima ba mo tinzo chim se enya ade a enyomu de kura enti no Attorney General ene de ya okupiem all court no akwashe the decision of the court enti eni gisem eba de amakwame Bafo Abronye ebusuafo yankunim kuti wasema Wonder Madilo the two ibia
in a via government is not excited about the government or the NDC government is not excited about the developments around the judges ruling and all the matters arising. And in all humility, we are quick to admit that the judge erred in his approach or his ruling. Indeed, we have to be minded about the history of this judge. Many people are quick to say, oh, the NDC is not the NDC and would never be the NDC and can never be the NDC.
Right.
We can't be responsible for the actions of a judge who was hitherto celebrated by a former government, who was hitherto empowered to do what he's doing. And we are beginning to deal with the reset of some of these institutions, especially in their conduct. In 2023, this same judge, in fact, if you read the ruling, I don't know if you've seen the ruling, if you read the ruling, in the same ruling, he stated that somewhere in 2023, he remanded an NDC activist for insulting President Nana Akufo-Addo. At the time, it was celebrated, widely celebrated. It is the same judge who remanded Muntumi's presenter. Same judge. Then, because he's empowered to do some of those things and feels that by doing some of those things, then he is seen as a good judge or a powerful judge or a strong judge, now he's gone overboard. And this is one of the reasons why President John Dramani Mahama is very minded about what happens, the excesses of some of these institutions. And that's where our judiciary has gotten to, or that's where our country has gotten to in almost every facet of our lives. Almost all institutions of state under the last government were collapsed virtually because they were all running a government agenda. This time around, that won't help. It won't work. The NDC is not interested in any judge trying to help the NDC to rule this country. We are not interested in that. Taking the bold step himself to go to court and quash the judgment. Why? Don't forget that Attorney General himself should have been the prosecutor in this matter. But now he has to go to court because he holds two offices, the office of the Attorney General and Justice. This today he's going to court to go and work in the name of justice. We are not interested in incarcerating anybody because we are in power. No, that's not our focus. We are very much minded about the peace we enjoy in this country. We are also minded about law and order at the same time. And so when the judge asks, one good thing an attorney general would do is what he's doing today, going to court to tell the court that, listen, you erred in that ruling and we don't take it in good faith. That has to be thrown out. How many attorney generals have you seen since independence that do some of these things? That I'm
Ghana hangina open some training wa Jimmy a woni munyansa or ye daft and empty say Jimmy for kwasiaba your friend Yatiti no Yatiti hwe me kan sama kyerɛ wo ni pafon tantan te sawo such a useless thinking uncultured swine a shapeless pig like you etimi bie wano eye wadwene say obedi di asantama atem no abomenhia kutia wo ya boa pa Yatiti usu free sampa hwe so free sampa anase no kwese free sampa hu say efretete sampa akunya no e yotumfo say to the second his royal majesty the incomparable king of the Ashantis ne dia hu say wona nanu mo de sampa baaye no efretete no musum sikadwa enti wontina wo kekan kwase asem saa mame ka asem mi kire emra akunya eto wo sampa no Abronye pen Farouk Samodua mo ka say wadi akunya no be 10 years no na common sense tells you say nipa no wadi akunya no be 10 years ni 15 years na so ogusu di na akunya aden na dadada ni en gazette no so wadi akunya wo Ghana ha ni en gazette wa masa hwe unyo hene because aban recognize o tie ni ye jimifo na uye nsɛmtwerɛ ni na wonim bebi kura usua anase obisa emra akunya eto wo sampa no munti asɛm ni ye pa o Abronye Farouk Samodua ka se akunya no eye ne dia ona esu di hene sansu na nana saba jafla enso ka se ono enso ana akunya ne ye ne dia emra eba pinche na ye no ana omu nyina atam asɛm no no de bepie mu menhia munti asɛm ni ye o omu de be duru otumfo se to the second opem so anim no opem so eti committee ana osa ekɔ abosondem esa ko bisae na emra otumfo ebebu asɛm na me wo menhia munti asɛm ni o otumfo ka asɛm bi eye me de pa wo se sikadwenti me wo sika so no bia sikadwenti men ka asɛm wo hanne ama kotu bia wo Ghana bia asesa no because me de no kure and ye adwuma wa ha ye di asɛm ni wie ye no na Abronye Farouk Samodua no one ne maame na busuafo de kopie mo menhia no na wadi fo sei trodo Abronye na ntene ho ase omo sa de kopie mo court omo de kopie mo court bono original House of Chiefs ebe join case no na ye di asɛm no wo high court wie no na Abronye Farouk Samodua na said before eno ana high court no share bono original House of Chiefs say omo mfa na saba jafla no document emra National House of Chiefs ni gazette no tie Jimmy for ba ya titi na yen gazette no eno ana nana do mahene ye na dwene se enya ade a ode beba na ede abachina eno ana ma court no bufu ye ama judge no e chi nana do mahene kura contempt because on for document mra ode enne ochina wo be ko no no oni omo a court na so mo no no omo ntokwa until later na court no chain contempt as no original House of Chiefs ya chi omo contempt no ena omo pepere omo no document ne bae ana enrechi ya gazette no e wo National House of Chiefs enti so woni bibia ubisa ana oti kumase na ade ana mpanimfo modema asem ko menhia na asem modema asem ko kumase a ana mu asem ko obi wo kumase so oni mamo a na eche se madwene wo fom ade no wagimi saa osi egu onu mu prekesen se rewe kwa wate abuofo no useless girl eye buade wate enam so ma no papa nti 2 ye na mo jimi na munim nyansa ye titi mu akurase tena wanyimi a wo se ne proro obi abie na no kan kwase asem usu free sampa unim se sampa efritete anasem na nanu mo de sampa bae no omo sum sikadwa unim se sampa kunya na yotumfo de a what you say adan enti kwanya platform as a journalist ne eso ye ne se wo kan kwabom odo ene kro yasem oh minua bebi abedru de mumie nyina nka mum ne nya baako ya ka akire wo mpuntuo ne aprimpuntuo enfama ya man sampa na wo ba ya na be budoma ahene na de na budoma ahene ya wa right so budoma ahene obi anu ni problem ba bebi anokre da no yes ye de to nokre eye baako pe there is nothing called subjective and objective truth ya titi enam de afriu so what Jimmy na nimu nyansa na o ma me papa o ma tetu yi o fi say journalism ye aboa and nam say TV telephone so ye empty and daft nti eno ntu no mo pam wo no o fi say journalism ye ntiatia mu kwasia unya dokono makoma sesene di wi a no ay tofo te say ebinika no abegino akeka nkwasasem sua nyansa unnim bibia bisa suade ya titi chimifo Kumasi Sarakatema mama mi eka hwe enemi bu Ghana ha nyina open Nsem-Pii a wagimi a woni munyansa oye daft and empty a say jimi fo kwase aba na ye friend ya titi no ya titi hwe me ka asama kire wo ni pafon tantan te sa wo such a useless thinking uncultured swine a shapeless pig like you etimi bie wano eye wadwene say obedi dia santama atem no abomanhia kutia wo ya aboa pa ya titi usu free sampa hwe so free sampa anase no kwese free sampa obehu say efretete sampa akonya no eye otumfo say to the second his royal majesty the incomparable king of the Ashantis ne dia obehu say wo nananom mo de sampa baaye no efretete no musum sikadwa enti ontina o keka nkwase asem saa mame ka asem mi kire o emra akonya eto wo sampa no Abronye pen Farouk Samodua momo ka say wadi akonya no be 10 years no na common sense tells you say nipa no wadi akonya no be 10 years ni 15 years na so ogusu di na akonya aden na dadada ni en gazette no so wadi akonya wo Ghana ha ni en gazette wa masa hwe unyo hene because aban recognize o tie ni ye jimifo na uye Nsem-Pii na unim bebi kura usua anase obisa emra akonya eto wo sampa no munti asem ni ye pa o Abronye Farouk Samodua eka se akonya no eye ne dia ona esu di hene sanso na nana saba jafla enso ka se ono enso ana akonya ne ye ne dia emra eba pinche na ye he no ana omu nyina atama asem no mo de be pie mo menhia munti asem ni ye o omo de be duru otumfo se to the second opem so anim no opem so eti committee ana osa ekọ abosom dem esa ko bisae na emra otumfo ebebu asem na me wo menhia munti asem ni o otumfo ka asem bi eye me de pa o se sikadwanti me wo sikaso no bia sikadwanti men ka asem wo hanne ama kotu bia wo Ghana bia asesa no because me de no kure ene ye adwuma wa ha ye di asem ni wiye no na Abronye Farouk Samodua no onene maame na busuafo de kopie mo menhia no na wadi fo se turodo Abronye na ntene ho ase omo sa de kopie mo court omo de kopie mo court bono regional house of chiefs ebe join case no na ye di asem no high court wiye no na Abronye Farouk Samodua na said before eno ana high court no share bono regional house of chiefs say omo mfa na saba jafla no document emra National House of Chiefs ni Gazette.
They are not the one. On Monday, the 8th of September, he responded to the invitation by the police, went with his lawyers, submitted himself to interrogations. Within an hour of interrogations, he was whisked into NIB custody. The question is, why would the police investigating a matter and has its own police cells decide to send a citizen who is being investigated on a matter which is a misdemeanor into NIB custody? It must be stated that our checks at the NIB confirms that the NIB is not interrogating Abronye, neither are they investigating him. According to the NIB, they are only recipients of the man Abronye. In other words, the police sent him there that they should keep him. That is why they received him, but they are not the ones who are investigating. So the question is, why would Ghana Police Service claimed to be investigating a person and rather decide to send him to NIB cells? Is it to punish him or what? Then they kept him the whole of Monday night, and Tuesday morning, being the 9th, he was brought to court. When they brought him to court, the police insisted that they still needed him for further investigation. Therefore, they want him to be remanded into lawful custody. Of course, the judge upheld the application and remanded Abronye to be brought to court today. And the sad part of it is that when he left court, the police handcuffed him.